If you're standing in your backyard staring at a pile of cheap grill accessories and wondering whether the next big purchase will actually improve your cooking or just add another metal box to the patio, you're not alone. Most of us have been burned, sometimes literally, by a grill that promised restaurant-level heat but delivered uneven hot spots, or a trash system that looked sleek in the catalog but turned into a rusted nightmare after the first summer rain. The real question is, does this Spire 6-burner built-in unit actually solve those problems, or is it another overpromised countertop that will sit idle while you order takeout? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break it down the way you'd think about your own kitchen. First, the size. A 36-inch width fits most standard outdoor kitchen cabinets, and the 904 square inches of cooking surface is essentially the size of a small professional range. That means you can grill a full slab of ribs, a dozen burgers, and a side of vegetables all at once without having to shuffle pans around. For families that love to entertain or for weekend warriors who host backyard BBQs, that capacity translates directly into less time juggling food and more time actually enjoying the party. On the flip side, if you're a solo cook who only throws together a couple of skewers most weekends, that extra surface area becomes dead space that you'll probably never use. The unit's footprint also demands a permanent, level installation. Think a custom countertop or a dedicated grill island, so it isn't something you can just pop into a portable patio setup. The biggest headline feature is the 6 burners delivering a total of 73,000 BTUs, with one intense burner that can hit the high end of the range. In practice, that means you have the flexibility to sear a steak at 700 F on the intense burner while keeping a side of veggies on a gentler flame. I've seen people pull off a classic reverse sear using that exact arrangement: high heat first, then a lower temperature finish on the same piece of meat, all without moving it between burners. The heat distribution is described as quick and even, which is crucial because uneven hot spots are the bane of homemade barbecue, those little cold patches that leave your chicken undercooked while the edges are charred. If you're the type who likes to experiment with multi-zone cooking, the ability to run a couple of burners at low simmer for sauces while blasting others for a quick sear is a genuine advantage. Now onto the construction. The frame is marketed as heavy-duty 304 stainless steel, a material that resists rust and holds up under the pounding of daily use. In real-world terms, that means you can leave the grill out year after year, even through the occasional drizzle, without worrying that the panels will start flaking after a season. That durability isn't just about looks, it affects the integrity of the heat distribution. A warped or corroded burner housing can cause uneven heating, and with stainless steel you're less likely to encounter that. However, stainless steel is also a good conductor of heat, so the outer surface can get hot to the touch fairly quickly. If you have curious kids or pets crawling around while the grill is on, you'll need to keep them clear of the side walls or consider adding a heat guard. One feature that often gets glossed over on the spec sheet is the built-in trash drawer. It slides out on sturdy rails, measuring 13.6 inches wide and designed to hold standard kitchen trash bags. In a real grill session, you'll quickly accumulate grease splatters, ash, and charcoal remnants. Having a drawer that pulls out to catch the mess means you don't have to stop the cooking process to haul a separate bin over to the patio. Think of the convenience of being able to toss the waste into the drawer with one hand while you're flipping burgers with the other. The trade-off, though, is that the drawer adds a bit of extra bulk to the underlying cabinet, so the overall unit depth is a little deeper than a standard grill. If your outdoor kitchen is already cramped, you'll need to measure carefully before committing. Lighting is another practical element. Dual halogen lights sit inside the firebox, illuminating the grilling surface so you can see what's happening even after sunset. This isn't just a fancy aesthetic, it actually helps with timing when you're cooking multiple items at once. Imagine you're roasting a whole chicken while simultaneously doing a quick sear on a steak. The lights let you keep an eye on both without having to run a separate spotlight or keep the area lit with a flood lamp, which can be a hassle with glare and shadows. The downside is that halogen bulbs do have a limited lifespan, so you'll need to replace them eventually, and that adds a small maintenance task that most people forget until the lights dim. Who should buy this? If you already have an outdoor kitchen layout that can accommodate a built-in unit, or you're in the process of designing.